Hey everybody, welcome back to the L Ranch. We're going to be hanging out doing a little bit of field work today. We've got 2 big fields of clover that we want to turn into hay and get those baled up and ready to go in the barn. Actually, we're going to just sell those direct. We're not even going to take them to the barn today. So here's what we got today. Let's go to the field view. Today we're going to be doing 46 and 45. We're going to take the clover off, bale it, sell it, and then we're going to actually take 45, 46, and 44. We're going to cut those all together, make them one big field, and go from there. We got the Tri-6 working on, or excuse me, we've got a Nexat working on field 61. And we're going to actually be putting down some soybeans over there. And we're probably going to be putting down something here on 36 with one of the little tractors today. As far as harvest, we've already taken off the grass on 65, 42, 47, and we've already put that in the barn. Actually, it's already in the hay dryer, and we're going to eventually put it in the barn. Built some new structures since the last time we were in. We actually have built a brand new barn for grass hay and have it all set up. Purchased a Dutz AgriStar just to run the stationary baler. I tend not to bale in the field because, quite frankly, I find the tedder very frustrating. But today we're going to be doing some of that too. So we also have built a new shed in here for the steel sheds. We're going to have our hay truck stored over here and the man field truck. And that's what we've got going on today, guys. And join in, give us a chat while you're here, and tell us what you'd like to see. Playing on Judith Plains again. Let's get back over here and see how our mower's doing. Yeah, doing real good. I have decided I've been running the Krone Big M for 2 or 3 plays on different games, and I decided that I wanted to do something a little bit different on here. So I've actually went with a new mower, different mower. Shouldn't say new, it's normal to the game. And let's make sure he makes his turn like he should. Yeah, there we go. Did do some work on auto drive, or excuse me, course play, and hopefully I've got that glitch where he wants to go chase rabbits after you start him on a field. He was out running around, wound up in the trees a couple times. If you've been watching the last couple of days, I've been playing since 17. If you've got questions, drop them in text if you would, and go over onto Facebook. I'll add the link in the comments at the bottom, but I'd like to be able to live stream on Facebook same time I'm live streaming on YouTube. I have to have 100 followers before they'll actually let me live stream. And if you can help me out with that, I would be more than appreciative. So thanks for dropping in. I'm making making some adjustments on the sound, and we'll see if we can't get everything in there the way we want it. Thanks for dropping in. I'm making some adjustments on the sound, and we'll see if we can't get everything in there the way we want it. Yeah, sounding much better now. I had been streaming with the native AMD software and decided that I would do a little upgrade and went with the OBS, and quite frankly I'm very, very satisfied with that. The audio and things are a lot easier to deal with and get it where we can hear everything we want to hear. And so let's go check on some of our other stuff here. Let's go take a look at, oh, there we go. Yeah, so this is our Nexat, and he's laying down soybeans. Still haven't figured out this zigzag in the field thing. working on it though. Seems to be doing okay now, going this way, but still having trouble with the lines in the field. So let's just put him back on the right track. There we go. Got him working there. We want to get another tractor on 36. So let's come up here and we'll grab one of these. Let's come up here and grab this other. Should have. Let's come over here. We'll grab this little Ford. Or excuse me, not a Ford, it's a New Holland, which to my understanding is a Ford. Ford can't call their own tractors Ford in the United States due to some sort of a contractual issue. So the guts are the same, to be quite frank about it. And get him. See how we're doing on supplies here. Yeah, we're good. So probably what we're going to wind up doing is running down there in that field that we just took the wheat off of, and I'm going to go ahead and throw in some oilseed radish on it, which will get us one of our fertilizer states. And then when we come back and plant it again, we'll get our other fertilizer state and should be in good shape. So first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we have direct drill enabled, which is Control D, and then we're going to lay our field out. Just call it a temporary course. There we go. Start at the first waypoint, which should be right there. You don't have to do this, he'll find it, but quite frankly it's much easier, much quicker if you actually go ahead and do it for him. And we want to start at the first waypoint and turn him loose. Looks like we're gonna get our, let's check our fertilizer state on that field. There we go. And he's gonna wind up being about halfway fertilized. I'll stick with this guy and make sure he does what he's supposed to do. Does it sound like I don't trust my tractors? Farm Sim 17, Farm Sim 19. AI sometimes was horrible. Now don't get me wrong, still beats having to do everything yourself, but then they came out with, we got auto drive, and man, when it came out the first time, it was like flipping a switch, so different. And I've kind of played with it ever since. I've tinkered around with the new AI system in 25, and it's light years ahead of 17 or 19, as it should be. But I've just grown accustomed to using course play and auto drive, and I use those together. I prefer to download those from the GitHubs rather than downloading the versions that are on the Farm Sim Mod Hub. It creates an issue because one of the things that happens is because it's a newer version, every time every time I start Farm Sim, it tries to update those, and if you update them, they just go back to the older version. So if you're going to be doing that, just remember, and you can get past that, you just have to tell it not to update it, and then it's going to ask you to start again. Click start, and it's going to go ahead and start for you and run like it's supposed to. See where we're at on our alfalfa. He's doing good here, and goodness, looks like let's see how we're doing. He's getting there, getting close. So we're going to TED this field instead of moving it to the dryer. Main reason is just to get it off the field, or get it off the field and not have to worry about storing it. So the plan is to actually turn this over, get it to be clover hay, and then we're going to sell our clover hay directly. I haven't actually looked at prices yet, and probably should before I mouth off there. CCL. Clover hay. We're pretty close to the peak here. It's a good time. And trying to figure out if we're going to the animal dealer or Montana hay. Montana hay's a lot closer. Yeah, we'll wind up taking it to Montana hay, I believe. I could take it to the animal dealer, but I think Montana hay's a better sell on it, quicker sell anyway. So You wait for him to finish up. The other thing is we're going to TED this, and one of the issues that you run into over and over again with FarmSim is when you're TEDing a field like this, and if you mix your product, i.e. tedded and untedded, or hay and grass, whatever, you're going to wind up having lots of problems. Because what happens is the game defaults to what it picks up at any given time. So let's say right here I'm actually cutting clover, and let's say I got too close to the edge, and I have some grass in the clover. Well, when I pick that up, if I'm picking up clover, it's all going to switch to grass if I pick up any shred of grass. So what I do is you can come in here and take a look at your tractor, and one of the things you can actually do is you can offset it in the settings here. Excuse me, it's not going to let me look at it now, but you can offset your fieldwork settings so that it treats the field like it's just the slightest bit smaller than it actually is. What that will do when you do that is it will keep you from having that mixed edge. And that is that will negate some of those issues. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you it's going to fix everything, but it will negate some of that and make your life a little bit easier anyway. It's especially frustrating if you're trying to pick up this with loading wagon. I mean, you can have a whole loading wagon of, again, we're talking clover, and you hit a little piece of grass with it, and what it's going to do is it's going to basically empty your wagon completely and start over with grass. And then if it switches back to clover, it's going to dump whatever grass you have and then switch to clover. One of the most frustrating aspects of FarmSim, for me anyway. So and we've got some crop damage out here in this field, and probably what I'm going to wind up having to do to fix it is to actually plow everything, and that is my plan on this. Is once I get this all cut out, I'm actually going to cut these three fields together like I talked about in the intro, and make them all into one big honking field. Don't know what I'm going to put on it. Just probably going to be one of my alternatings. I'm probably going to wind up doing either soybean, corn, wheat back and forth on it, or I may throw a couple other things in there into the mix on this. I tend not to do clover. Clover's a little difficult to work with. That's why I'm selling this right off of the bat rather than trying to put it in the barn and everything. So as soon as this guy's done, I'm going to send him to his parking spot. The other alfalfa field is not quite ready yet. Probably won't be ready until tomorrow map time, not tomorrow real time. And I could always speed up time and deal with that way, but I try. Right now I'm at 0.5. I normally stay at regular speed, which is one time and everything. So wait for him to pick everything up, and we're gonna send him home. And I'm gonna move up. Here is my tedder. Already have it set up, and we're gonna see if it teds like it's supposed to. And I'm running the Colossus tedder today, just for it looks like it's going to ted like it's supposed to. I did what we were talking about, or what I was talking about earlier. I actually narrowed the field just a skosh there, and yeah. So what you'll get if you're picking up grass off the edge in this is you'll get sections on the edge of it that don't ted correctly. Ted. I've seen it done both ways, but either way, it's going to cause there to be grass hay in with your actual the other thing I'm going to do is, after I get this, I'm going to let him make his outer row here. We're going to pick everything up, and then I'm going to do some adjustment on the field shape on this. I'm going to round these corners just a skosh, make it a little bit easier for the bigger equipment to get around on it. Really enjoying this music track. Something I found, it's a live track. It's supposed to be royalty free. We'll see. I've heard that from YouTube before. So Looking good, looking good. So let's come over here and see what we've got going on. It looks like we're going to have to come back and catch these two areas here. Possibly some of these corners, just a little bit. Probably ought to come down here and check on the cows right quick. Bessie's getting her graze on there. Health's good, food's good. 82 liters of milk. So let's get around here and see. Let's look at this. See where we're at. She's pregnant? She's not? She not? Bull's looking good. And see what we got. These are animals we moved. Well, so let's come over here. Let's jump up here to the sale barn for just a second. See if we've got any animals worth buying. Let's see. We are really getting some crappy cattle. Yep, we're getting some really crappy cattle. We were talking about IC yesterday, day before yesterday, and I didn't really. One of the things you can do with IC is stuff like this that you can't do any other way. And I really wish if they were going to put the winches on here, they would make working winches. Just me being me. And these will actually open up on the sides. You can actually put stuff in these and haul it around. I tend to keep them empty all the time, but the beds are pretty awesome that way. This truck here you can do some interesting things with. Let's get in here closer. So you can actually raise and lower the entire body on this truck. It has belts on it if you want to use them. Of course, I never use the cruise control on these, and I usually keep this truck pretty low because, believe it or not, one of the interesting things that let's say interesting, one of the things that's kind of makes you think is when you set that body height higher, one of the things that actually happens with that is that it where's my tractor at? Yeah, planted grass. Didn't mean to. There he is. Yep, he got lost. And again, it's when it transitions from the headlands to the actual body of the field that I'm having trouble with that jumping back and forth like that. Gonna come over here and actually pick up the windrow. And I was telling you a minute ago about creating these fields that are a little bit sized down from the other. You can actually, by increasing this, and I usually go no less than 4 on that. What that does, it actually makes the field if you go positive number, it makes the field smaller. If you go negative number, it makes the field larger. So if you're wanting to pick stuff up outside of the field margin, you want to actually lower this number. If you're wanting to be sure that you stay inside the field margin, then you can actually raise this number just a little bit and it'll actually do that for you, which is exactly what I'm doing. So and once this is ready, all we're going to have to do now is we're going to have to wait on that other tractor to finish up, and then we can actually run this. Let's come over and see where we're at on this other field. Ah, he's coming back up here to take care of it, supposedly. Make sure this fellow's doing what I want him to do. If you see anything on the map you have a question about or anything, just give me a shout and I'll do the best I can to answer it. Again, not an expert. Or as a joke I heard one time is X is a has-been and a spurt's a drip under pressure. So I guess if that's the definition, I might qualify. Pretty sure he's going the wrong way, so let's just turn him off for a minute and get him back around. I'd like to get those couple of little sections there mopped up if I can. Yeah, looks like we got everything. Let's get back up here. Sure enough. So what I would like to do next get off of this field. We're going to send this guy to its parking spot, and we're going to come around and probably grab our where is our sprayer? There we go, got our tedder all finished up there. Let's go ahead and get him off of the field. We're going to come up here and grab our waypoint. Now what we want to do is we want to copy that, because when we put our baler on this, we'll use the same course for our baler as we are for this. And we'll clear here, X. to go drop this piece of a bale I've got left in here. There is a way, and I do not remember how. See if it's here. Or not. So I have a piece of an alfalfa bale in here, and I'm not real sure what's going to happen when I get over to the field and try to use this tractor. If it's going to change that piece of a bale over to clover hay or not. There we go, it switched over. That's great. So we're making a little clover hay now. Rocking right along. Probably going to wrap up at 6 tonight. Just do a 2-hour stream. And let's see. Looks like our little friend over here is wandering around someplace. Oh man. So interesting how he made a perfect circle. See if I can find him. It's funny about when the tractors go off track like that, they'll wind up all the way on the other side of the blooming map. It's just I'm just gonna have to do a click through, I guess, or I can do it this way. Let's go this way. Vehicles and And before anybody says anything, yes, I'm an equipment whore. I love my stuff. Let's see. Oh, now he's gonna act right. After going all the way out in there. Okie dokie. Let's see. Let's go over here and pick up the hay truck. take the shortcut. Now, what you can do, doesn't always work exactly as planned, is if you take the copy that you have of that first tractor here, but then you want to change the tool offset to 1. I'm going to set it for 1 meter, and we're going to see how that goes. If you'll keep these outside bales picked up like I'm doing here, it'll actually make it a lot easier when the baler transitions to the center of the field, because what'll happen is since he does overrun a little bit on each end, these outside field bales will get underneath him and cause him to stop doing what he's supposed to be doing. So if I'm doing this correctly, it actually makes life a lot easier in the long run. Let him catch up a little bit. Gonna do a no-no. I'm gonna go fix these fields here. So what I want to do is go to this field. I'm gonna go into my field options. We know we've got canola, we know it's green small, we know it's direct sown. I'm gonna go ahead and do stubble till on it. Lime level 3. I'm gonna make sure it's fertilized while we're here. And we're going to apply. And what that should do is fix our boo-boo there. Gonna do the same thing here, just to fix our mistake. Wheat, green big, visit. And we're gonna apply that. That should fix that one. And let's see if we can fix. See if I can fix this field too while I'm here. That fixed our field. Yeah, and let's see if we can't. soybeans in here. Okay. And I'm afraid I messed up my... And I did. So, y'all get to see me repair a little bit. Instruction. Let's see where we're at down here. Yep, and he's going crazy. Luckily, he did not drive off in a creek. And I'm going to have to get all these bales off the margin before I can actually start them anyway. Okay, let's get back to doing what we're doing here. And probably what we're going to do, since we have more bales that we need to pick up right now, is as soon as we pick up this next bale, we are going to move the whole thing off to the side here. I'll show you how we unload this. Of course, now I've got a bale hung under the truck. There we go. Okay, so what we can actually do is X, Y, rotate them off, lay them on the ground, and unload them here. And then what we'll have to do is come back and load them again. Then we're going to run back in here and check our prices again. Clover hay, 321, 316. Best bet is Montana Hay Company at 321. I'm gonna come back out here. I'm gonna come back. Gonna find our Montana Hay Company sell point. Can't remember. Montana Hay Company. And we're just gonna have him drive there. We're not gonna have him try to sell because bale trailers don't do that well. So, and there we go. And Montana Hay Company is in this bottom down here to the left. And we'll go in by the hospital and down there. To sell that field too. I harvested the corn off of this field, not because I wanted the corn, but there we go. No, that's not what you're supposed to do. Because I saved the wrong spot. I don't think Subway buys hay, even if it's good clean clover hay. I don't think Subway buys it. And that's our bale drop point right there. So we're going to go back here. X, Y, Y. As Mickey Mouse says, because we love you. $106,388. It's not horrible. So let's see what field we're headed back to. We'll head back to 46. I'm gonna try something. see what we've got. Well, guys, we're kind of starting to wind down a little bit. Going to end our stream at 6 p.m. And we hope if you're listening later, you're enjoying what you're hearing and seeing. And if there's anything that I can do to help you out or make your gaming experience better, just drop me a line on Facebook and or here for that matter on YouTube, and I will do my best to get back with you and see if I can't answer a question or help you out with something. It's always my goal to be helpful and informative, and in doing so, I hope I've blessed you in some way. And I hope you're enjoying your farming simulator the way that I enjoy mine. Put this hay up while I'm here. Again, it's I try to end every evening with the same thought as quite frankly, I feel like this game should actually be in schools. Used to, we had vocational agriculture, FFA, but we've lost that somewhere along the way. And our latest generation doesn't really even know where their food comes from anymore. They think it comes from the store, and end of the day, that's not a good thing, because we should do our best to make sure our children know all the hard work, and this is a game, I get it, but everybody should understand that all of the hard work that goes into doing what's being done here and keeping food on your table at the end of the day. Because contrary to what some people would like you to think, you still have to eat every day. It's just one of those things. I've always been kind of we'll call it portly, to be nice, fellow. I've never been a big eater, though. I just don't. I don't know. Sometimes I think eating is kind of a waste of time. There's so many things I'd rather be doing than eating. And I need to put that away. move this stuff around a little bit. I'm kind of tired of looking at it. It's a mess, to say the least. Autosave is equal, by the way, until you don't autosave. And it gets uneven real quick. Whoever designed this particular plow was the balance is way off on it. And it makes it unwieldy to handle with a tractor or with the or by hand. Either way, it's difficult to navigate with. We're gonna Well, guys, it's 6:01, and I think you guys have probably had about all of me you can stand. So I'm gonna pack it in for the night. I've got beef short ribs in the oven, yay me, and I'm fixing to go sit down and have me some short ribs. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening, and I hope you've got something in the oven that you want. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for hanging in. And hope you come back and see us again. I'm going to stream again on Friday. Again, I'm going to shoot for 4 to 6 like I did today. And again, thank you. Y'all have a good evening. And good night.